Central Empire Wrestling presents Bridge City Slam 6 live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. Come see Jake the Snake Roberts, Buff Bagwell, former WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition, Real One Enzo Amore, The Powers of Pain, The Boogeyman, Snitsky, Jordan Grace, Cameron Brunet, and the stars of CEW. Tickets start at just $20 and include the Fan Fest from 4 to 7 p.m. Get your tickets through Ticketmaster or at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. It's Bridge City Slam 6, live Saturday, September 7th at the Bridgeview Center in Ottumwa. Hey, we are live at Barnwired in Sigourney, Iowa for the Iowa Music Showcase. How are we all doing today? Hey, a lively audience here in beautiful downtown Sigourney on an August. I've almost said July. We're into August here in southeast Iowa, and again, we're hanging out at Barnwired. We've got Melissa from Barnwired. Melissa is running around right now with backpacks in her hand. Give Melissa some love. Let her hear your applause and your appreciation. Melissa, yeah, you squeeze right in here. We are winging it today as we have never winged it before. Tell us about some of the specials. I'm going to go check my mic levels. You take the microphone. Tell us all about the specials.
So today is our last day of the special. Is a turkey BLT on a croissant. Your choice of a side comes with that. But next week's special is chicken Philly wrap. Thank you. Chicken Philly wrap. Your choice of a side comes with that. And loaded baked potato soup is next week's special. So I know it's State Fair week, but we hope you'll come in and see us anyway, get some good food. I have a couple new items to showcase here for you. School. Back to school is coming. It was, darn it. School is coming. That's my best part. Oh, it is, but not here. So we have backpacks now.
Okay.
They just came in today. So there's one of each style. That's it. One. So like red tractor, that's it. The only one. So if you want it, come get it. They're only $24. They're super cute. We have boys and girls. I have a couple more coming. Somebody just asked me if I had John Deere. I do, but it won't be here until next week. So I have one coming of that. So yeah, come grab a backpack for your kid.
Backpack.
Yeah.
Dora the Explorer. All right, Melissa, thank you for telling us what's up here at Barnwired in Sigourney. It's hard to believe that the school is not too far away, and you know that all too well, I believe.
Yeah, yep.
So let's make our guest welcome today, Mr. C.J. Gaston, hanging out with us on the Iowa Music Showcase. C.J., how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Doing all right, and yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you come from?
I'm originally from just outside of Keosauqua, Iowa, Van Buren County area, so a little bit south of here. But I live in Washington now. I'm a school teacher in Washington Community School District. So.
All right. So you're kind of a Southeast Iowan for life.
Yeah, I guess so. But besides the two stints, I moved to Nashville right out of college, then moved back for 4 years, and then I moved back to Nashville with my wife for 2 years, and then now we've settled back in where she's from, which is Washington.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Now, I was saying how things are kind of crazy today because you didn't realize that there was some road construction between Washington and Sigourney.
Yeah, well, I should have known. There's road construction everywhere in the summertime, so I should have just assumed.
But you got here. Heck, we got the show going on time, and we are rocking and rolling here at Barnwired in Sigourney. So, you're a school teacher. When does school start for you guys?
Teachers report back 2 weeks from today, and then I should know this, but I think the first Kids Day is the 23rd, maybe the 22nd.
All right, okay.
I'm not sure. One of those 2 days.
Yeah. Has summer flown by for you?
It has. It always does. But I'm getting my master's right now for administration, so I've been pretty busy with that, and it's I'm still really busy. So
all right. And so your full-time career is in school and teaching and stuff like that, then?
It has been now for the last 8 years.
Okay.
But I did do music full-time for almost 3 years in Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you and we kind of got hooked up on Facebook. You actually, it was funny because CJ actually contacted me saying, hey, you should get my friend Dallas Jacobus on your show sometime. Now, tell us, if our listening audience, our viewing audience, our live audience doesn't know who Dallas Jacobus is, tell them about him.
So, he played football at Iowa.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, real big dude. And he wrote the We Wave song, so I don't know if you're familiar with that. But when he was playing football at Iowa, he wrote that song. And then it was probably 4 or 5 months before my wife and I moved back to Iowa, him and his girlfriend moved to Nashville. So I just reached out to him, and because of the Iowa connection, and we got together and we started hanging out and became really good friends. We've written quite a few songs together. We actually just wrote last Thursday. We wrote over a Zoom call. He's been releasing music lately. He released a song that him and I wrote. So he's kind of been doing it down there in Nashville, playing a lot of gigs. So
like you were saying, Dallas put out a song for the Iowa Wave. You know, after the first quarter at Kinnick Stadium, they always wave at the kids at the hospital. So he wrote a song specifically for that. When they were looking for the official song, I was like, it's perfect. It's from a former Hawkeye player. Yep. Use it, but they didn't. I
want to say it was either in the running or it was leading a lot of the fan voting because they let it to like a lot of the fans just to vote for that. Okay. And I want to say it was up there. It might have even won. I don't know.
Yeah. But now they just, I think they rotate. They let the kid captain pick the song between the quarters. Yep. So, but CJ had gotten a hold of me on behalf of his friend. He's like, you got to have Dallas on sometime. And I was like, yeah, I've tried. It's hard to get his schedule lined up with my schedule. And I was like, how about you? Yeah. Since because I looked into you and I was like, you got your good. And your pictures, you have some guitar and, you got some songs and stuff like that. I was like, well, why don't you just come over here since you're just in Washington, and come over and hang out for one day. So we finally got things hooked up because, you being a school teacher, the school year doesn't really work out for that to get here on a Friday. But you made the short trip over from Washington.
Not bad at all.
And here we are, literally just getting to know each other live on video. So our conversation is about as legit as you get as far as getting to know each other. But CJ, you got your guitar in hand. Let's just jump right into a song right now.
Perfect.
Again, we always do original songs here on the Iowa Music Showcase. So what do you got for us first?
I do have one song on Spotify. It's called Homegirl.
Okay.
So I wrote this song. It was the first song I wrote when my wife and I moved back to Nashville. And about 3 months in, maybe even not even that, maybe a month in, 2 months in, she sent me a text when I was at school, and she's like, would you care if we just went back home after our lease was up after the first year? And I'm like, maybe a little. So I went with one of my best songwriting buddies. I sat down, I was telling him about it, and he's like, I think we should write a song about that. And I was like, yeah. I said, if we write a song, maybe it'll buy me another year at least. So we wrote a song called Homegirl that day. So it's probably one of my more favorite ones that I like playing. I definitely loved playing it out when I was playing gigs in Nashville. People liked it a lot. So, and I like playing it. So I'll start with that song.
Well, let's do it. Here's CJ Gaston on the Iowa Music Showcase.
I know you miss your mama. I know she's your best friend. I know some days ain't easy, feeling like you're driving down a dead end. I know it's scary in somewhere brand new, but everybody back here would trade places in a heartbeat with you. Home girl, it ain't never leaving. Spread them wings, keep on believing. Your heart led you in the right direction. Don't leave room for any second guessing, 'cause one day when you settle down, you'll find yourself missing this little town. And when you've seen all you can see in this whole world, then come on home, girl. Them hand-me-down Chevys still burning up a rubber in Maine, driving in the same circle. Every window on the square, Friday still wears gold cats in black and purple. And as long as the fire in the sky keeps burning and this rock we're on keeps on turning, you know this place will always be the same. We'll all be here, nothing's ever gonna change. Home girl, it ain't never leaving. Spread them wings, keep on believing. Your heart led you in the right direction. Don't leave room for any second guessing, 'cause one day when you settle down, you'll find yourself missing this little town. When you've seen all you can see in this whole world, then come on home, girl. Home girl, it ain't never leaving. Spread them wings, keep on believing. Your heart led you in the right direction. Don't leave room for any second guessing, 'cause one day when you settle down, you'll find yourself missing this little town. And when you've seen all you can see in this whole world, then come on home, girl. Yeah, come on home, girl. Yeah, come on home, girl.
I like it. That's cool. That's a legit tune right there from CJ Gaston. I can see you performing that in an arena and just leaving the audience wanting more as you wave.
I appreciate it.
No, that's a cool song. It's great. You say that's on Spotify?
Yeah, that one's on Spotify.
All right. Yeah, very cool. Again, CJ Gaston hanging out at the Iowa Music Showcase. Again, we're live at Barn Wired, as we are every Friday from 11:30 to noon. Let's backtrack a little bit. Let's get a little bit more of your background. You say you grew up kind of in Van Buren County?
Yeah.
Is that down by Keosauqua?
Yes, yeah.
And were you involved in music during like your younger years, your high school years?
I was in chorus a little bit. I always loved singing. My great grandpa, they said he was a really good guitar player and good singer, and he sang a lot in our community.
Okay.
He passed away before I was born, so I never met him, but my grandpa never really did anything in music. My dad never really did anything in music.
So it skipped a few generations.
It did, and I love singing, and then I did not pick up a guitar until I was 21.
Wow. Okay.
So I was in college. I played golf in college.
Okay.
So I was pretty focused on golf all throughout high school and college, and then I just wanted to start playing guitar so I could start singing and kind of maybe trying gigs and stuff. And I ended up picking up the guitar, and I played. And when I was in college, I was 21. I would, I pretty much just tried to learn 2 or 3 songs, and I spent like 3 months learning those songs. My buddy said he would leave, my roommate said he would leave for class at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'd be playing a song. He'd come back at 11 o'clock. I was playing the same song. So I just a lot of repetition, a lot of playing. I learned at 21, yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And when did you start playing out, like legitimately getting some gigs and stuff like that?
You know, honestly, I played a little bit here and there when I was, like I said, before I moved to Nashville, when I was still in college. Right after college, I played some little small stuff at home. But then it was really when I moved to Nashville. My first year I was in Nashville, I took a teaching job. I was teaching 6th grade English. Then after that first year, I was like, you know, I didn't really move down here to teach. I moved down here to do the music thing. Yeah. So I ended up not going back the next year, and then I ended up singing for Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, which is in Nashville. Yeah. So I just went and called a guy up, and they had me come and sing in a back room for tips one day, and then after that he put me on the roster, and I ended up playing a lot of acoustic gigs, and then they introduced me to a band, and then in about 2.5 years I did between 700 and 800 shows.
Wow.
Did a lot of traveling with the band, kind of around the Southeast, and mainly in Nashville. But it was really not until I got to Nashville when I started playing gigs and stuff.
Okay. Before I forget, this is kind of off topic, but when you were singing, are you familiar? There's a Canadian independent country artist. He's a big guy. He's a big deal in Canada. His name is Aaron Goodvin.
Okay.
Are you familiar with him at all? If not, you sound like him a lot. And he also sounds like Eric Church. So maybe in a weird way, you sound like Eric Church.
I'll take any of that. That's a good compliment.
And Aaron he played here at Barn Wired a few years ago.
I want to say I've heard that name before, honestly, but I don't know.
He's got some really good songs, but check him out. But definitely, that's a big compliment. I like your style, and I can definitely hear Homegirl on the radio in my ears at least.
Appreciate it.
Where did you go to school as far as like college?
I went to Indian Hills for a year in Ottumwa, and then I went to Central College in Pella.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was wondering if you had the Iowa Hawkeye hat on because you went to Iowa, or you're just a Hawkeye fan.
Yeah, big Hawkeye fan.
Good for you. Yeah. Good man. Good man. Let's play your next song. What do you got for us up next?
This song is called Jack Daniels. I've always, I don't know, I kind of like writing I like the lower key, kind of low tempo songs, and ones that kind of tell stories.
Okay.
And I had my wife and I went and toured the Jack Daniels distillery at one point in time. So I kind of wanted to write a song from the perspective of Jack Daniels, and it's kind of more of like a heartbreak song, maybe.
Okay.
But it's not. So it's one of my favorite songs I've written, but it's kind of on the softer side. So.
All right. Well, let's give it a listen. Here is, I almost called you Jack Daniels. Here is C.J. Gaston.
Another compliment.
On our Iowa Music Showcase.
My name is Jack Daniels. I'm from the hills of Tennessee. And I filled countless barrels with whiskey you can drink. Some call me a healer. They put me up there with God. But I've never brought back anything they've lost. I can't fix you, son. I can't mend a broken heart. I can't pick you up or keep you from falling apart. Most Saturday nights, I ain't gonna lie, I'm good for a few. Just don't think you need me, 'cause I don't need you. I'm sold in every bar and printed on a bunch of labels. In them boondock counties everywhere, yeah, I'm on their kitchen tables. I'm sitting in the veins of 1,000,000 lonely outskirt towners, making them believe that they can get along without her. But I can't fix you, son. I can't mend a broken heart. I can't pick you up or keep you from falling apart. Most Saturday nights, I ain't gonna lie, I'm good for a few. Just don't think you need me, 'cause I don't need you. I may be around another 100 years, with a little luck, a little more, but I guarantee that I'll never bring her back through that door. I can't fix you, son. I can't mend a broken heart. I can't pick you up or keep you from falling apart. Most Saturday nights, I ain't gonna lie, I'm good for a few. Just don't think you need me, 'cause I don't need you. Don't think you need me, 'cause I don't need you. I don't need you. No, I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't.
CJ Gaston, our guest on the Iowa Music Showcase for the second week in a row. I'm going to ask my guest, why don't you have a record deal yet?
They are hard to come by, my friend. We had a couple umbrella companies when I was playing with the band that were interested in what we were doing, because we had a really good band. We had a lot of energy. We actually were kind of on the heels of Luke Combs played this Tin Roof circuit in 2015, 2016.
Okay.
And it kind of we would go around to a lot of different places and kind of following. We weren't with them, but they were just ahead of us on doing this circuit, and so we had a lot going on. It was good,
yeah.
But you know,
so you were close.
We were in talks with people, that's
Okay.
for sure. So we were there, but I love writing, and that's kind of what drove me to move back. I'd met my wife when I was home visiting, and I just really wanted to write. I mean, I love playing shows. They're great, but, you know, when you do 3 years of singing at 10 o'clock at night, 6 nights a week, it's, you know, you're just kind of living in the dark, and that's not the best for my soul. So I like being in the daylight a little more. But
and as you mentioned, you have a wife. And did I see on Facebook that you guys have a little something, something?
We are expecting. Yeah. So January 3rd, I think, is the due date.
Okay.
So yeah, we're excited. It'll be a big year.
I guess it'd be kind of early. I don't to know if it was a boy or a girl. I don't know.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to know,
all right.
which is fine. I really want to know. I love planning. I love being organized and kind of getting in the right mindset. But she doesn't want to know, and I'm totally fine with that.
You got to know what color of paint to use in the bedroom.
And we've already painted it, so we kind of picked something neutral. Yeah. So it's all
black and gold. Just go black and gold.
That's exactly what I thought. I told her there has to be at least one Hawkeye sign in that room. She didn't like it very much, but it's going in there. It's going in there.
Another question that I haven't asked, as far as your teaching, what do you teach? What do you?
Well, I teach. Last year I taught 5th grade.
Okay.
Next year I'm teaching 3rd grade.
Okay.
I've taught 2nd grade for 4 years. I've taught 3rd grade. I've taught 6th grade. I've taught a lot of different grade levels. I've always been kind of flexible, and like I said, I'm going into administration, so I kind of want to have it. I like having an overview of everything.
Sure.
And understanding how every grade level works and working with as many people as I can is just going to benefit me and when I assume that position. So.
And do you plan on sticking around Southeast Iowa?
Oh, yeah. Both of our families are from here.
Okay.
So, yeah. And this is, I mean, there was never a day when I was in Nashville where I was like, home is just like not the place for me. Like, this is just the best place to raise any family.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, I don't know if you've seen any of these videos as far as what we do on the Iowa Music Showcase.
I have not.
But this is the
I've
part.
seen a couple.
This is the part of the interview where I give you 5 random questions. So it's just kind of whatever pops into your brain, not deep thinkers. Okay. So question number 1, this would be good for you. What's the most important lesson you can teach your upcoming child? How about that? It was teach your kids, but for you it'd be your...
That's a good question. Be you.
Be you.
Yeah, don't let anything else sway you on what your heart is desiring or how you feel about something.
All right.
Yeah, and just go for whatever you want to go for.
Good deal. Second question. What is on your to visit someday list? Like, where do you want to visit someday?
My wife and I want to go to Greece.
Okay.
So she just kind of instilled it in me. She's seen some pictures, I think, a couple times, and so I'm like, I kind of saw some pictures. It looks like a cool place to go. So,
all right. Greece is the word. Question 3. Who is the first person you talk to when you have a big decision to make?
My wife is number 1, and then between my parents, mom and dad, because they're both. It just depends on who I talk to first.
Okay.
But they're both going to have a conversation. I'll have a conversation with them. So
all right.
Yeah, those 3 people.
Fourth question. What's the weirdest thing that you have ever dropped in a toilet?
Oh man. Probably a toothbrush. Yeah.
Did you use it after that?
No. It was my wife's toothbrush, so I just put it back. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that.
You're scrubbing the toilet.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I didn't do that. I threw it away. It was mine. I threw it away.
I think I dropped my glasses in the toilet one time. Thankfully, it was after it had been flushed. And then question 5, should you ever go on vacation with someone you just started dating? Did you guys do that? Or
I don't know if we ever went on like a vacation when we started dating, because I was still living in Nashville. So, I mean, it's kind of like every time we met up, I was on vacation visiting home, and she came and visited me. She was on vacation, so
okay.
I don't know. I don't see a problem, I guess.
All right.
Be adventurous.
All right. What if you go on vacation with someone you just started dating and you figure out that you don't really like that person?
Well, I don't know. Find some common ground for the week, I guess.
Get through it. Put your head down and get through it. Well, let's do one more song. Again, we're hanging out with CJ Gaston. By the way, do you have, I asked you this before, that's one thing I did get asked before we went on, is do you have any sort of social media presence for your music? Not really anymore. That was probably my downfall when I was down in Nashville anyways. I struggle with social media. I'm not private by any means, but I don't know. I kind of just like hiding in the weeds a little bit. So I find that with a lot of musicians that they're more they're more introverts. Yeah. They get their stuff out on stage, but as far as like social media, for at least a large majority of the artists that have been on here, they find that part of it really difficult. It is, and I struggle with. I don't like taking pictures. I hate taking pictures. And we're going to take a picture after we get done here today. It's different with you. I'll take pictures with you. That's fine. But and whenever I would try to post videos of me playing online, it'd take me hours. Just you nitpick yourself? Yes, terribly. So, I post some things every now and then. If I'm playing, I've got, like I said, like when Dallas put out the song that him and I wrote together, like I'll promote that. I have one of my buddies that I wrote my first song, Homegirl, with, we have a song that we wrote is getting recorded by a duo in Sweden. Really? So, yeah. Okay. So, like, I'll probably promote some of that stuff, but nothing big. I'll probably promote, like, family, my baby pictures when they come up, but that's it. All right, yeah, so very cool. And by the way, you're going to have to put a nice word in for me with Dallas Jacobus. Oh, when I was talking to him last week, I was like, I go, yeah, I'm actually doing a thing with him on Friday, and he's like, no way, that dude's a big deal. He's like, yeah, so I don't know how big a deal it is. I was trying to see, because I was in radio for a long time, and I was trying to get Dallas when he was still in Iowa to come be on the radio show. It never worked out. No. But yeah, Dallas, if you're watching, he would seats for you. He's all about it. He's a good dude. Might have to secure the seat a little bit and make, because like we said, how much do you think Dallas weighs? 300? I don't know. No, definitely not anymore. Okay. I guess I don't know about his football days, but I mean, when we were in our apartment, when he'd come and write with me, he'd have to bend a little sideways to walk through the door. I mean, he's a big dude, and he's so athletic too. It's crazy. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, enough about Dallas. Let's get to our last song that you got for.
I'm a big Dallas advocate. I love Dallas.
All right, so one more question then for upcoming Iowa Hawkeye football season.
Yeah.
What's your prediction? What's the record going to be?
Well, I don't know. I think it's hard to go against them on trying to make the playoffs with the 12-team format now, but I don't know. I think they'll do all right. They have some tough games, but they have a favorable schedule, and they could bring a lot of guys back on defense. So,
and they can't get any worse on offense.
You said that, not me.
But you're not predicting a record? How many wins? 9, 8?
I'm gonna go
10.
I'm gonna go with 10.
10.
I'm gonna go with 10.
So what would that put them at? 10-2?
Yeah, 10-2.
Maybe get one of those playoff games in Iowa City.
Yeah. See, I'm
December?
pretty optimistic too. So I'd like to shoot higher than shoot lower.
All right, you heard it here first. 10 wins for the Hawkeyes. What's our last song for today?
So since I'm a school teacher, one of my buddies and we wrote a song. Bobby Bones Show isn't based out of Nashville, and they have a studio right down from my apartment where I lived. And I was always like, they have a group called the Raging Idiots, and they do like a bunch of kids songs.
All right.
And so like I was like, I want to try to write a song to pitch to them. And but then I'm a school teacher, so I want something I can play for my students too.
Sure.
So I ended up writing this song, which I feel so I'm a teacher, school's coming around, so I figured I'd play one of these. This is kind of a fun song.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's CJ Gaston once again here on our Iowa Music Showcase.
Yeah, this one's called Kid at Heart. These days it seems so easy to lose all track of time, being adults and paying the bills, pinching pennies, nickels and dimes. But every now and then everybody needs a taste of the good old days. Well, lucky for me, my good days, they seem to still got a hold of me. When I drink milk, I still blow a bubble, only buy the Oreos that are stuffed with double. Use the remote for cartoons in the morning. I love riding bikes when the rain's a-pouring. I only eat the marshmallows in my Lucky Charms. I'm still a kid at heart. I still scare the wits out of Mom every chance I get. And I pet on the dog when the dog doesn't want to be pet. They might be a worn out, but I don't care. I still look good in Superman underwear. When I drink milk, I still blow a bubble, only buy the Oreos that are stuffed with double. Use the remote for cartoons in the morning. I love riding bikes when the rain's a-pouring. I only eat the marshmallows in my Lucky Charms. I'm still a kid at heart. Well, maybe I'll grow up, maybe I won't, but with any luck, I hope I don't. When I drink milk, I still blow a bubble, only buy the Oreos that are stuffed with double. Use the remote for cartoons in the morning. I love riding bikes when the rain's a-pouring. I only eat the marshmallows in my Lucky Charms. I still laugh out loud every time I hear a fart. I'm still a kid at heart. I'm still a kid at heart.
I like that one. I can relate to that song. That kind of describes me a lot.
Yeah.
Again, that was C.J. Gaston. Yeah, I laugh when I hear a fart, too.
I still do. All the time.
Now, if my buddy Neil Crott was here, you probably would get the real thing. But anyway.
Throwing your buddy under the bus.
He's not here, so, you know. Right. Anyway, C.J. Gaston, it's been a pleasure. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Let's do it again.
Yeah, we will definitely have to do it again. Maybe maybe during the Christmas break or something
that'd
like
be
that.
perfect.
We'll have to figure that out. But been nice getting to know you,
Yeah,
and
same.
of course hang out and get something to eat here for lunch. They got some great food. Invite you to get in here to Barn Wired in Sigourney for some great food. Get some coffee, get some drinks, and enjoy the day here at Barn Wired in downtown Sigourney. We'll be back here again next Friday. I'm trying to think. I think I've got Jason Wall-Smith from the group The Nadas from here in Iowa. Jason's going to be hanging out next Friday, so make sure you tune in then. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next Friday. Thanks for hanging out here on the Iowa Music Showcase live from Barn Wired on Steve Shetler Media. Maybe it's still...
Oh, not at all. No chance. You guys come every